Hello, here is the storyline of episode 11. At the beginning of this episode, Jisoo is shown giving a speech in front of the executives on his inauguration day as the president director of Yeosung Hotel. During the speech, he praises Yeojin, who has struggled to build and develop Yeosung Group to be as big as it is now. Of course, all his praise for Yeojin is not really sincere, because in Yeojin's struggle to develop Yeosung Group, Yeojin has brought down many small companies, one of which was his father's company. Then, at the end of his speech, he says that he is ready to accept the creative revelation of Yeosung Group staff because he believes that creative revelation will make Yeosung Group grow even more. When the inauguration ceremony is taking place, a man named Jang Man-soon comes and makes a scene shouting for Yeojin to step down from his position and restore his destroyed company and family. Jang Man-soon, who cannot control her emotions, accidentally cuts Jinggo's palm with knife. Jang Man-soon is arrested by the police for this assault case, and after being investigated, it turned out that Jang Man-soon is the owner of a fashion company whose company went bankrupt 3 years ago and was taken over by Yeojin. What Jang Man-soon experiences is the same as what Jisoo's parents experienced 20 years ago, and it turns out that the one who pushed Jang Man-soon to make a scene during the inauguration ceremony is Jisoo. That's why Jisoo tells his assistant to provide the best lawyer for Jang Man-soon so that Jang Man-soon will be released and Jang Man-soon will not open his mouth and not say anything to Yeojin about Jisoo's involvement. After the inauguration ceremony is over, Jisoo meets Mr. Choi. He is the man who 20 years ago came to his father's factory with Yeojin and they took over his father's factory. 20 years ago, Jisoo was able to find out that Yeojin deliberately made his father's factory go bankrupt because there was an employee of his father who knew the fact and told the fact to Jisoo. In addition, this episode also shows Sejong telling Jisoo that Haanaa can get a job at Yeosung Tour because of connections. Jisoo becomes curious about what Sejong really means, so he tells his assistant to find out why Sejong said something like that. In this episode, it is also shown that at first Haanaa's co-workers accept Haanaa well in their team, but there is a new employee who was on the same team as Haanaa during a job interview some time ago, and she told her older co-workers about Haanaa fighting with Sejong during the interview and about Sejong calling Haanaa a spy. This information makes Haanaa's co-workers think that Haanaa really was a spy and an unqualified person, so they start bullying Haanaa. In addition to getting bad treatment from co-workers, Haanaa also gets bad treatment from Sejong, where Sejong tells Haanaa to do work that is not her job description. Sejong tells Haanaa to go to the car wash to wash the car and when to clean her high heels. Haanaa does not refuse the task, but Jinggo prevents Haanaa from doing such a job because it is not Haanaa's job descriptions. Because Haanaa insists on doing Sejong's task, then Jinggo takes Sejong's high heels from Haanaa, and when Haanaa tries to take it back, accidentally Sejong's high heels ornament comes off. Haanaa is scolded by Sejong, and Sejong even says that the high heels that Haanaa damaged are more valuable and more precious than Haanaa. Sejong's words are indeed very hurtful to Haanaa, but she swears to herself that she will not give up, no matter how painful the treatment she received while working at Yeosung Tour. At the end of this episode, Jisoo's assistant tells Jisoo that Haanaa got a job at Yeosung Tour because Amira asked Yeosung Tour to do that as a condition for Hassan to work with Yeosung Tour. In other words, Haanaa is the one who got the opportunity to work with Hassan, but Yeosung Tour does not tell Haanaa about this important thing, and instead the rumor that spreads is that Haanaa entered Yeosung Tour because she had connections. Then, at the end of this episode, Jisoo and his assistant stick to their plan where they make Hanwoo Hotel cut off operation with Yeosung Tour, and this clearly makes Jinggo, who is the manager of Yeosung Tour, quite shocked. Okay everyone, that's the storyline. Thank you for watching my video.